All right, what's happening, everybody? here we
Here we go again.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we
You
go
know,
again.
Greg J,
Anthony K.
and you know we do what we do, man. Once again, just tell you guys subscribe, hit the notification bell,
Right? And
hit the like.
hit the like
I
button.
had to help,
forgot, man.
had to help him out, man.
Yeah. I get like that sometimes,
You
man.
know, we're glad to be here with y'all again, man. We're glad that y'all are here with us, man, and
What it gonna be another way?
we're gonna bring y'all another banger
Oh,
in
right,
this
yeah,
month.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We almost skipped that out on one of our. That's sort of like a little trademark type
Yeah.
of thing, man. We want y'all to know that we bang, bang, bang. You know, that's what we do here, man. And we thought we bring y'all a topic of service, man. You know, because
We're gonna let
that's
them
what it's
come
gonna
inside
take,
for a
man.
second.
Yeah,
we're
That,
gonna
that's
let them
that's
come
that's what it's gonna take.
Right.
You know, for us to understand the ultimate
Mm-hmm.
thing that must be done, the ultimate thing that must be done.
Yeah.
But with that, man, we just want y'all to crack the door open a little bit and come on inside.
Yeah.
All right, man. Good to see y'all, man. Once again, man, and we know that you're there, we're here, and if you came inside, evidently,
They might want to hear what you got to say.
y'all want to hear what Goon got to say then, huh? You know, well, maybe y'all want to hear what we got to say, man, and
Just maybe.
we do have some things to talk about, man. You know, because
Always do.
yeah,
Always do.
always, man. You
Always.
know, we're gonna get into this quite discussion, man, and service, man. Service is a tall order to fill, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because with service, man, it's a lot of principles we talk about here, man. You're gonna need them all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But that's the most rewarding one, though.
Yeah.
Service.
But you're gonna have
Yeah.
to understand surrender, man. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to understand that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you follow us, you know, we talk about things like surrender, man, and open-mindedness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That a new ideal can't be made on a closed mind.
Cannot
You know,
be
we
grabbed.
talked about,
That's right.
you know, willingness, man, because it's gonna take willingness. You know, to be a service,
Yeah.
man. Like, you know, service isn't simple, you know, but it is. Once you practice certain principles in your life, man, you know, service is almost the thing that you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, you want to be there to help somebody else,
Right.
you know, to be a service to somebody else. Being that you've packed your backpack with all of this information, now it's time to pass it along, man. You know, to give some of it away, man.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because the only way here and in service, you know, the only way that even the ultimate, man, whether some people believe, some people don't believe, but even Jesus, you know, gave away what he had to them
They did not.
12 brothers. But we know it was more than 12, but, you know, he gave a lot away to these brothers. So they was able to give it away.
Yeah.
And then they was able to give it away. You know, it was almost like paying it forward, man.
Right,
So
right.
when you do service, man, you pay it forward, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You give away what you got to somebody else so they could become a service. But first you have to learn how to become a service to other people, man.
Yeah.
And become a service mean that, once again, using this term, that you have to take down sometime. Sometimes you may be treated in ways that don't feel good to you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes you got to stand in the hedge. You got to stand in the gap, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to be cracked across the head in ways that you don't want to be cracked across the head
Yeah.
just to be a service.
Yeah.
You know, just so a person can understand that, you know, this is how service works, man.
And being a servant eclipses a whole lot of things.
Yeah, man. It's a net. It's a wide net that you
Very
spread.
wide net.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the greatest joy a human being can have is to be a servant to another human being.
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest joys of this life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go deep.
But the most important part about it is knowing how
Yeah.
to be a service
Without being
to
stepped
somebody
on
else.
and
Yeah.
walked over. You
Yeah,
know?
because
Yeah.
people will take advantage of your kindness.
Yeah, people take kindness for weaknesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the things that make service sometimes hard, man.
Yeah.
But you gotta, like the song say, you gotta hang on in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to hang in there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that what makes me a pretty good service or servant
Yeah.
to other people, man, is that humility first. You know, is that I place that first, man, above all. You know, and I surrender to the old me.
Yeah.
Because the old me sometime, you know, with things that I got to do to help somebody or be a servant to somebody, sometime, you know what I'm saying, you get hurt in that process, man. You know, just trying to help somebody
Of
else.
course. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, of course.
they'll steal from you, you know, and a whole bunch of other stuff,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
They'll steal from you spiritually, mentally, physically,
Emotion.
you know, emotionally, you know. But you gotta, you gotta hang in there.
You got to be in a certain mindset to want to be a servant. You know what I'm talking about?
You're prepped
Yeah.
to even be a servant.
Yeah. You got to be prepped.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just gonna share about because when you were talking about how people would try to misuse you, right? I had took a guy in my home, right? Because I was trying to help him and stuff, right?
Trying to be a servant.
Nothing but
To him.
Yeah, trying to be a servant.
Yeah. Trying to serve another
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. Because I used to go in the rooms and
Now, wait a minute. He's saying this, but he know this is a story, man. He know this is story time, man.
Yeah, man.
So, with that said, let's listen to this story. But it's a deep one now.
story time for real. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I used to go to meetings and stuff, right? All the time, talking about helping people, being a servant to other people, right? So I had took the brother in my home, right, trying to help him and stuff. So he stayed with me about a week. So I go to work, I come back, some of my stuff gone. The TV gone and stuff, you know. What the hell? You know. And so
Now let's see if you can be a servant
now
now.
let's see how much
Let's
you want
see
to
how-
serve
yeah,
now.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So the old me kick in now. Now I want to go looking for him. You know. So what happened was
Well, that's naturally expected,
oh yeah,
but
yeah.
you know.
But here's the thing that
some other
I was-
principles will kick in.
yeah, I was really taught, right? So if you want to be a servant, when anything happened to you, guess what'll happen? Your higher power, your God, the universe will put this person back in your life. Say you want to be a servant, he put that guy back in my life and say, now reach out and help him again.
Woo.
Now help him again. Yeah. So I took him back in my home again
Wow.
and worked with him. He didn't steal from me this time. But what I was being taught and what I was being groomed for, when you're talking about being a servant, this thing requires you loving other people, not worrying about if other people love you. You know what I'm saying? See, this thing's about
Y'all hear
When-
that? Boy, that's
yeah, that's real though. See, because you got to love other people. It don't matter if other people love you. When you want to be a servant, when you want to be a true servant, when people's in darkness, you got to be the one to bring the light, man. You know, yeah. When people don't understand, when people in sadness, you got to be their joy, man.
yeah.
You know, this is what a servant is all about.
Yeah, and it can't be.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because I'm gonna say this.
No. Go roll
kick
with
it.
it, brother. Roll with it.
See, because
I ain't got much to say.
because when you understand that it's better to give, then you receive. When you understand the concept that it's better to give, we ain't talking about I give to receive, but I'm talking about to give, then you receive.
Well, to give
Right.
and the receiving part takes on its own nature. It comes anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you're not focusing on what you're gonna get in return.
It's not about the reward.
But the reward comes
Sure.
because the labor is worth the hire.
Sure.
You know, so
and the reward is that I did something.
yeah. What makes
for
listen,
another human being.
what gives a person a headache and heartache is when they do a thing expecting
Yeah.
a reward.
That's not a true servant, though.
You know, no.
Yeah, you're not being a true servant.
But a lot of people are like that.
Of
You know,
course.
a person can give you their last cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
They give you their last cigarette, man, and then you could have a pack of cigarettes, and they could ask you for a cigarette, and they feel you're obligated to give them a cigarette
Yeah.
because they gave you one.
Right,
you know,
right.
well, they gave you one with some intentions.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Their motive was wrong from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, their motive was wrong.
And now when you don't give them one, they bent out of shape.
Yeah. See, but we talking about real servants now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you,
but that's
on the way to becoming a servant, a lot of that stuff happens in the middle, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Because
why you have
it
to be
takes.
proud.
Yeah,
You have to be proud.
there was times when I did things with expectations.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I expected that, you know,
all have.
they would do so and so.
Right, right.
Well, I'm saying I don't want people to think I just jumped and got to
Oh,
this
no,
point.
no,
You know what I'm saying?
no, right,
It was
right.
a whole lot of indignant, a whole lot of, you know, things
stuff.
I expected.
Yeah.
Things that you should do for me because I'm doing this for you and all that, however you want to call it, man. I went through a whole lot of that stuff. I set stuff up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this is why I'm doing this.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right,
because it's
right.
going to pay off for me in the end. And when the payoff wasn't what I thought it was going to be,
Yeah.
I was bent out of shape at
Right,
the end.
right.
You know, see, going through all of this, it came a time that I did stuff and didn't expect nothing at the end.
Yeah.
But things did happen. And rewards did come.
Yeah.
You know?
Right,
But I got to a point where I just wasn't looking at the reward. My reward was in the service.
Yeah.
And that's heavy.
That is
Yeah.
what I was talking about. The reward is in the service. That's when I say that.
But you don't find that out right away.
No, that's
You know?
why we here though.
Because
that's why we said
every
what we
time you
said.
do a thing, it's not like a reward comes.
No.
You know, the reward is actually the thing that you enjoy doing through the service.
Bottom line, right.
And it takes a lot to get to that point,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know, because most people want something.
Yeah.
You know, if they do a thing, they expect the thing.
Yeah. Now,
You know?
the only thing you can do, let's talk about that for 1 second, right? Just for a second. In the area of recovery, right? See, the only way I'm expecting something in recovery is that when I help you, the only thing I'm expecting is for me to stay clean.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it in recovery.
Right.
The only thing I'm expecting
Through that program.
through that program, I am expecting
But
that
it's
when
engineered like that.
right.
know?
That's the paradox of the program.
Right.
Right. So in that area, I'm expecting to stay clean because I understand the paradox in that area.
When you get out yourself and help somebody else.
Right.
You know,
Because that's the only way I made it stay clean. Is that when
Passing it on. You
right,
have
I'm
to.
passing it on. Right.
Labor.
Right. So now, if I can take that mindset into other areas in my life, right? So I take that mindset when my neighbor say, Anthony, can you go over there and get my mail because I'm not doing too good today, right? So I take the mindset is that if I go there and get her mail and stuff, right? Guess what's gonna happen? She don't have to walk across the street to get a mail because I'm going to get it for her. And my joy, my reward is that just by me helping her, it helps me.
Right. And you have to know when is when. It's like me. I have a neighbor that sometimes I want to cut their grass. But the things that they've come over here to me with and about, you know, you got to make smart decisions now.
Yeah.
When you sow seed, you got to sow them wisely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever
Don't sow
seed you
seed
sow.
on
Right.
bad ground,
Right.
right?
Right.
So and these are just metaphors, you know, but what I'm saying, I cut their grass, see, he'll expect the grass to be cut the next time too when I cut mine. You know? Why I know that is because I learned him as a person.
Right.
Just through small things that I did for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like every Friday, he was knocking on the door.
About cutting the grass.
And one time, no.
Okay, I got you.
I'm saying there was some other things that let me know. Nah, don't cut that grass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he gonna come over and say, well, bruh, you know, you didn't do them bushes. You left the bushes on, and then you like, what?
Yeah.
But I just cut the. But this is what I've learned through the small things.
Yeah. Yeah.
That you don't want to do that because this is the type of person that is.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to understand the person that you're serving also.
Yeah. See, when you said that, what came to mind is that when you become a servant, after a period of time, you begin to get some insight on people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
You got some insight on it.
Yeah, I got
You
some
know what I'm saying?
insight.
So yeah, when you get that, then you know. You said it earlier.
Yeah, this guy gonna have me cutting his grass, cutting his hedges,
Painting his house
sandblasting the side of his house, washing his car.
Yeah.
You know, and he'll expect all of that.
Oh yeah.
It's because I have a sucker, not a servant with an S. Now he done turned me into a sucker.
SU.
And you cannot allow people to turn you into a sucker,
Yeah.
you know, by being a servant. You know, and you have to understand these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And in time that'll come.
Yeah.
You know, we always talk about you gotta go through the trials.
Yeah. Crawl before you walk.
Yeah, you gotta
type of
crawl
thing.
before you
Yeah.
walk. You know what I'm saying? And all this is a part of it. And I believe the reason we talking about being a servant is that it's always a good topic.
Yeah.
But it's one of the most rewarding topics and the most rewarding thing a human being can do for another human being.
Yeah, I mean, to help
You know what I'm
someone
saying?
else, to pay something forward
Yeah.
through the heart of your heart, man. And when you see, the thing is, when you know you do it with no light shining on you.
Right.
What I mean by that is you need no recognition. In your heart, you know you don't want no recognition.
Right.
But some people, you know that you're doing this for recognition.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know you're doing it because you want people to say,
Oh, look at him.
look what
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
He got this guy a car.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this guy, but some people may get the person a car and publicize it. But they're not publicizing it for the publication of it. If you understand what I'm saying. Even though it's out there, they're doing it for whatever, like in their heart they know they don't need nothing from it. They don't need
They
you know what I'm saying?
They ain't looking for nothing.
Because people will say, well, the only reason he publicized that is because he want everybody to know.
that he done it.
Well, some good deeds we won't know if it wasn't from a cell phone or somebody publicizing it. You know, we need to know that people are doing good deeds. You know what I'm saying? But it's your motive for publicizing it.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to get to. So what we saying here, man, service is service, man.
Yeah.
You know, you help people out of your heart.
Right.
You know, not out of obligation or cool modi, how you like me now type of stuff.
Or looking
man.
for something.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it should be with nothing in return, man.
Right.
Nothing at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Because when you become a real servant, only thing you looking to do is to help somebody. You know what I'm saying? Out of the joy of just helping.
Yeah.
You know, that's what
It's
all
a heart thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what we learned, you know, because when we was talking last time about spiritual connection or
Right.
this,
Right.
you know.
Spiritual
Yeah.
dependent.
Yeah,
Really become independent. You really become
Yeah,
independent. Right.
because when it comes to service, it's a spiritual connection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
That oh man, I don't know how to use a lot of this without using my man. You know what I'm saying? But I know that these principles has given me a heart of servitude. It's just given me a heart of just wanting to help people, man.
Yeah.
Because I know where I was once. You know what I'm saying? In the muck and the mire, man, of life, man. And I just couldn't see any way out, man. And there's a way out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't even know there's a way out because I didn't know. You know, and there were people who were serving, man.
Yeah.
And if these people wasn't serving at the time when I needed help, man,
You still be in the muck.
I'd still be in the muck and the mire. I wouldn't be where I am today, man. Thank God for people, you know, laboring, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
That's
that's
real.
why I labor today.
Right. Right.
You know, because
Giving back.
somebody need me the way I needed people at the time when I needed them,
Right.
man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's the way this whole system of life is set up, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a circle.
That's exactly right.
Like they say, the Lion King, it's a circle of life, man. You know, when you look at that, this is true, man.
Exactly.
You know,
it is a circle.
One thing is the service, or one thing helps another thing, man. You know?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the trying to think of them things with the horns, you know, the lions go after and they love them, whatever they call, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, the eagle catches the rabbit and eats whatever it eats, and then the buzzards come down and eat what's left, and everything just...
in its right order.
Yeah, it's in its order, man.
It's in its right
you know,
order.
Of service.
Yeah.
You know, live or die. You playing the service to something or something in one perspective or another, man. Service is heavy, man.
Yeah, yeah. Service is the key, though. Service is really the key
that moves the vehicle forward.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say to a successful life, but I'm thinking that maybe some people is looking at success in a whole different way. You know what I'm saying?
But they can't get to it without service.
That's true.
It takes some type of service to be successful.
Yeah.
It takes some type of service to not be successful. Either way of the spectrum you want to look at it, do nothing and you will be successful as that.
Right.
You know?
As a do nothing.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
serve and you will be successful at that.
Right.
You know,
Right.
whatever you put your energy toward, man.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you just do it to the best of...
Or negative.
Yeah.
Whatever you put your energy, you become good at it.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, you become good at it. Whatever it is.
Yeah. So I don't know what it takes for you to understand the importance of service, man. But when you was a little kid, man, your moms served in her rightful order as a mom. You know what I'm saying? To give you understanding and value of what life is about. And your dad, he served in the role that he served in, to give you understanding of what a little boy or what a man or what's expected as you grow up. And both of them served together. You know, they gave you an understanding to a certain age. You know, into a certain position in life, man, where you begin to serve on your own in certain areas to your friends. You know, the teacher played a role of service to you when you was young, educating you. And even though you were educated, you know, through your parents and through home life and, you know, what's your position as a kid and how you play with your friends and the things that you should do and the things that you shouldn't do. All of this is service, man. Yeah, man. Service is a big, like we said at the beginning, the net is cast so wide, man.
I think one of the most greatest real, when you talk about occupations and stuff, I think a nurse is one of the greatest real person can really try to get into.
Yeah.
When you talk about service.
Right. If you have to have that type of heart.
Yeah.
You know, see, my wife, she's a CNA. You know, so and she deal with people with Alzheimer's.
Right.
You know what that is, man?
Yeah,
you gotta have a heart
Yeah.
with people going this way and going that way. And you gotta have something in you to not want to choke one of them, man.
Yeah, but I think people that get into that field got a heart for people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I think it's one of the most greatest service in a profession that a person can have. You know what I'm saying? Because the greatest reward is to help somebody else. You know, and I think nurses have that. Most of them and stuff. Not all of them, but most.
Right. Because some of them treat them people.
Well, some,
you know,
some of
the
them
real them comes out eventually. They're in it for the money.
Right.
So you got nurses that's in it for the passion.
Right.
And it's their calling.
That's basically
you see what I'm saying? But you got some people with, you know, they do it because
it
know,
pays good.
This is how,
yeah.
or they had a person in their family
Right.
that's, you know, so they do it for that. But you know, if their heart is in it, if it's what they do at home and at work, like it don't change when you get home, then that's your heart. But some people can have a heart for other people and come home and treat you like you ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a whole different kind of service.
I'm saying, they're, you know, it shows that they're not in the service for the service. They're in it for other reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because me, you know, I don't care where the person is. I'm in it for the service.
Right.
You know, whether they're a bum on the street,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or whether they somebody that work at the White House.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm using two different spectrums because, you know, I just
in
love
between.
serving.
Right. And
If that makes sense.
and it makes a whole lot of sense.
And it doesn't change because you work in government, or you work or you live in this neighborhood, or you know, I'm gonna serve you.
Because
I get out my car and sit under the bridge and sit and have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you look like you need a conversation, or something moves me to have that conversation with you.
That's what
you
we're
know?
talking about, a true servant. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we was talking about professions and stuff. You know, like nurses. A whole lot of nurses get into it because they love people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
They love to take care of people.
Right. And some of them get into it for the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some of them get into it because of whatever other reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's easier on the one who get into it because it's from their heart.
Because
when you get into it for the
it's
money,
not work then.
right?
It's not work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See, being a servant is not work.
Right.
You know,
right.
That's
good.
It's a privilege. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. You know, see, if a person can go to work and treat a person on their job with compassion, understanding, and love, but if they come home and treat their spouse or their kids the opposite, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a damaged person. That person is not a servant. That person go to work to make a check.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But a servant.
I was trying to say.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Right.
That was
and but a true servant, like what you're talking about, that's 24/7. It's in you. You know what I'm saying? That is in you. You know, a lot of
let me use this perspective. Going to the cross servant, like you that type of servant.
Yeah.
Even hanging up there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know I'm making reference to almost like if I'm trying to ease you into something.
I ain't
getting into nothing. Is that one of them? You ain't bringing me into nothing.
Not on this one anyway. Not on this one. We ain't going there.
But those are just good metaphors that I'm using. That when you can sustain yourself, even at the brink of being ripped apart, but service is what you do.
Yeah.
And you understand that they just don't know what they doing, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you serve them anyway.
Right.
You love them anyway, in spite of how they treat you. Do you know what it takes for that, brother?
Oh, it takes a lot. You know,
man.
See,
because some of us are just almost servants.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Soon as something rub us the wrong way,
oh yeah, now
I'm gonna kill your dog because you killed my cat.
Yeah. Now I'm not a servant. Now you know what I'm saying. Stop. See, but a real and true servant will always look at a person in this manner. See, I understand people are spiritually sick. I understand that. You know, so I always got to ask myself: would I treat a person with cancer like that? Would I misuse a person with cancer after I done reached out and helped them, and they treat me a certain kind of way? You know what I'm saying? So I asked myself, would I treat a person with cancer that way, knowing that I know that this person is spiritually sick? You know. Right. So when I understand a person is spiritually sick,
that's where brotherly love comes in. You have to have that also.
Yeah.
Because being a servant, you have to have this bag of principles.
You got to have these bags of principles. And what principles are we talking about? We talking about honesty. We talking about acceptance. We talking about surrendering. We talking about open-mindedness. We talking about willingness. We
courage.
Brotherly love.
You know.
We talking about humility. You know what I'm saying?
State of humbleness.
A state of humbleness. A God awareness. A conscience. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about all these principles.
Forgiveness.
Yeah. You got to have all that. You know. See, but most
to be a servant.
To be a true servant.
Yeah.
To be a true servant.
You have to have those things and you're practicing them.
Sure.
You know?
It have to become a way of life.
Right.
But the only way it can become a way of life is that you have to practice it. You got to go through. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through the trials and the testing. Because all that's going to come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The more you try to help people, the more things is going to look like, what I'm doing all this for? You know? So doubt will set in now.
Yeah.
You know? So when doubt set in, how do I get rid of doubt? I get rid of doubt by continuing down the road that I'm on. You know, continue down the road. See, because the more I do, you know, the more it's gonna get done. If that make any sense.
No, that's obvious.
You know what I'm saying?
It's obvious.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The more I do, the more gonna get done. The less doubt will kick in. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm misused and mistreated because I've been there, because I've been doing this a long time.
Right.
You know, some of us. You said this earlier. Some of us was born with that in us, though. You know, yeah. Like you were talking about, like the nurses and something. You know, that's their calling. It was already in them.
Right.
From the time they came out the womb, they already knew that this is what they want to do.
Helping people.
Helping people. You know, that's the ones with them good hearts, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah. The other ones, they're doing it just for a check. That's okay too. You know, but the ones who go to their job and help people and show people love and understanding and all this, and come home and treat their kids and their spouse a whole different kind of way, that's a whole different story within itself, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole different story in itself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
it's a process,
right.
and the process is, the paradox is that the process has to be processed. You know, it's a thing that you have to do moving forward, where you can't sit still. You know, being a servant, meaning that you have to hone in on servant skills.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think serving is something that's embedded in you. It just becomes who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Over a period of time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
when you're doing other things that lead up to that, it just becomes who you are. It's a heart that you have,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. The heart of stone having been replaced
Yeah.
for a heart of flesh.
Yeah, you
know what I'm
like
saying?
talking about people and
Yeah.
all that type of stuff becomes a thing of the past
Yeah.
for you.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you'd rather walk away from a conversation when they're talking about somebody else.
Yeah,
who's
you don't.
really
You don't.
joining
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. You don't want to be around all that
Things that
negativity.
hurt another person.
Yeah, yeah. You
know
don't.
what I'm saying?
You don't want to be around that
Right.
because all that will mess around and sing it to you and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you'll be a part of that other man.
Right, like I don't want to be a part of
Nah.
that. Or I don't want you to be able to say that, well, Jackson, man, he was sitting there talking about that too. Nah, no,
Yeah,
brother.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? I don't know what y'all talking about or why y'all talking about
Right.
this or this person in that manner, but I know I don't need to hear it.
No.
Therefore, I'm not part of it.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
Right. Right. Because we understand that what goes in here usually goes up here, and then it goes down here.
And then it comes out.
Then it comes out here. You know what I'm saying? The process.
Because you
Talk about
can
the
you can
process.
feel real good about a person, and the person can talk you into not even liking the person that you feel real
Yeah.
good about if you're not solid
Right. Right.
in who you are
Yeah.
as a servant or who you are as a person.
Yeah.
I remember a buddy of mine, he's dead and gone now, but I remember little Mike was saying, yeah, he was saying, Greg J, these people were saying blah, 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
He said, but I felt that I understood that I had to get to know you for myself.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
because you can be tainted
Mhm.
by what other people say, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So you have to understand that these things can happen as a servant. A servant is a position, you know, and everybody's not great in that position, but everybody can become great
Yeah.
in that position. You know, it just takes, once again, you hear me throw this word out a lot, it takes a lot of humility, you know.
And what a servant means is that they go first and you go last. That's what a servant. A real servant understand that other people goes first and you go last. That's what a real servant is.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah, see, and this is something real heavy with servitude, man. It's not always even.
No.
It's not always that the situation happens even. Most of the time, if you're a true servant, you may end up on the bad end of the stick.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of times,
Yeah.
man. You know,
But through your humility, you don't even see it though.
you reap the reward.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know this personally. You will reap the reward. It may seem cloudy right now, but the sun is gonna shine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a breakthrough.
Yeah.
You just gotta hold on.
Yeah.
Hold
Here's-
on, man.
Here's some more good news. When you say it might be cloudy, but the sun gonna shine. Guess what?
What?
The sun is shining behind the cloud.
That's right.
The sun's already out
That's
there.
right. The clouds just have to move.
Yeah, the clouds just got to move.
You just got to hold on long enough. Don't give up 10 minutes, 10 seconds before the miracle unfolds.
Yeah,
Because
before
the
the
miracle
clouds
is
come, man.
always going to unfold.
Always
The clouds
coming,
are always
yeah.
going to show
Sure.
what's behind it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you just continue to serve or continue to practice serving, you know,
That's right.
without looking for a reward.
Yeah, yeah. And the reward will come. It'll come. You know. If you ain't looking for it, when you least expect it, here it comes.
Yeah.
You know. See, sometimes the reward is that when you need somebody, they be there for you.
They be there for you.
Yeah.
Or
Sometimes
when that smoke come and that smoke ain't for you, you know that smoke could be cleared out your way,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
All you
Yeah,
have
man.
to do is trust in what service brings about.
Yeah.
Man. You know, and we kind of telling you over and over what it brings about. You know,
Yeah.
it's always a positive outcome. If you're a servant, even the negative is positive when you're a servant.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
don't see it the same that another person would see it, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You always see it differently.
So yeah, when you've had an awakening
Mm.
of some sort,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you understand it. And it's usually the awakening is based on all the other things you were taught, all the other things that you will understand, the principles, what you've seen them do, and how you've seen them change your life. And you've seen you, as a result of who you are and who you become, you've seen your life change other people's lives.
Right. Right.
That's when we're talking about true service, man.
Yeah, man. That's one of the greatest rewards.
Yeah.
When you see your life in change, and by your life change, you able to help
Man, my
somebody
daughter's
else's
life changed
man.
because of how mine changed.
Sure, yeah.
My mother's
Yeah.
life changed because of how mine, and my brothers, and the list goes on.
Yeah.
Because of how my life changed, it changed. I ain't stealing from them people no more.
It touched
Ain't-
everything around
yeah.
everybody around you, man.
All that
Yeah,
stuff
man.
I did as a result of a lack of service to.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm serving, a lot of people like the Midas touch.
Yeah.
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 All this stuff is turning to gold in some perspective, man. Shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Thank God for it, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank God.
So-
And I said God.
Yeah.
I ain't say man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when you couldn't understand what a true servant is, you understand that your reward don't come from people.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, your reward don't come from people.
Yeah.
My reward never did come from people, though. You know what I'm saying? Now, if somebody want to bless me, you know what I'm saying? If somebody want to do something for me and help me, I still don't look at it that it's coming from them. I look at it that some is moving them to do whatever they're gonna do for me.
Gotcha.
That's my reward.
Yeah.
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 But
And that's personal.
it's always personal, man.
Even though I understand what
Yeah,
you're saying.
It's always personal.
Sometimes I just sit in the other seat for the other people.
Yeah.
But I
It's
clearly understand what you're saying.
People need to understand when I share, it's always personal.
Always personal.
Nothing.
We got to get him out of that
Always
personal
personal.
shit. Nah, just man.
It's
Nah, it
always
should
personal.
always. It should
Yeah,
be personal.
yeah, it's always personal.
Because the only experience you got is yours.
That's all
you
I
know,
got, man.
through the journey that you've
Yeah,
taken.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. My journey ain't over with.
And thank God your
Yeah.
servitude early on helped me.
Yeah.
And still today
Yeah.
is bringing me through
Yeah.
with a lot of things that I was taught
Mm-hmm.
when I came in here because I was scattered brain.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know how this
Yeah.
thing went,
Yeah.
And then I was able to get enough information to start passing it on to some other people,
Right,
man.
right.
That's how service
Yeah.
work, man. Service is a thing of passing it on, man.
Yeah.
Look at the key word we keep saying, looking for nothing in return.
Look for nothing in return.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. What a word.
I think this was short and
Word.
sweet and powerful.
Yeah.
To me,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to keep fumbling over words.
No.
We may broaden this perspective, like I always say at some other time.
Oh, yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
once the wheel keeps turning, I think what needs to be said is said, man.
Already
Service,
said.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. We
So-
don't want to continue on.
Yeah,
Start
beat
running
the
and out.
be
We don't wanna
the
do that.
horse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that said, man, don't forget to subscribe
Yeah. Hit the like button, man.
and ring the notification bell, which you really got to hit the notification bell too.
Yeah.
And then when we drop this, it just come up on your phone. And you like, oh, there them boys go again.
There they go.
They putting together another
banger.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Leave a comment, man.
Yeah, man.
Leave a comment.
Yeah,
I want to hear from you.
hit us at www.stepup12, which is the word 12 spelled out. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
With the number 12
Yeah.
at gmail.com. You see it strolling across right there. Hit us there and leave a comment, man. And we'll enrich you by shouting you out and talking about whatever the comments you left. If you got something for us to talk about, we'll talk about it, man. Whether it be a step, whether it be a tradition, whether it be a church tradition, whether it be something about church, something about life at your job, life at home with the kids, whatever it is, man.
Yeah, whatever it may be.
Man, we'll touch on it, man.
Yeah.
And when we touch on it, prayerfully and hopefully it'll touch you. Because they say what leaves the heart
always touches the heart.
always touch the heart, man.
That's all we trying to do.
I was in my church zone today,
Really?
brother.
Yeah, I know you.
Yeah.
You like to try to go there every now and then.
Every now and then.
But we're going to do one that we really want to pull the heartstring of those who watch it. It's coming.
Okay.
We want to pull one. We're going to do one. Really want to pull the heartstrings of those who watch it.
Okay, I'm just going with what Kunt's saying. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's been on
So
me
y'all
for a while
stay
now,
tuned.
man.
Well, just keep
Yeah,
watching. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
And when it's here, we'll say it's here. It's the one.
Yeah, this is it.
Or y'all will let us know
Yeah,
that was the
that was
one,
one.
man.
Yeah.
That one was the hit
That was
right
the one.
there.
Yeah.
But for now, man, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get out of here.
All right.